pickup game.
One thing that I'm
last week. This is Game Set Match Kentucky, episode 48, recorded on Saturday, July 12th, 2025, entitled Nobody Hit Me Last Week. Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Game Set Match Kentucky, where we talk about all things related to tennis in Kentucky, especially the Central Kentucky Tennis Series. I'm Chris Godby, the chairman of the CKTS, where the lines are good and sandbagging is for golf. I'm in my home studio in Russell Springs. Chad Young is with me as always from Studio D in Bowling Green. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You have all the bruises. I guess I'm never going to live that down, am I?
I think I'll bring it up a lot because it's fun.
If we get invited back to MC the USTA Awards in Louisville in January, are you going to walk up on crutches with like the mummy wrap on you and so on and so forth?
I don't know. If we play each other again, you might be the one in crutches and wrapped up.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. No, see, I'm not like that, I'm not like that, especially with friends, so, but, if that's your thing, that's your thing. And that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Today on this episode.
Blame your partner. I always say, blame your partner.
Maybe one day you and I could be partners.
So I don't want to skip ahead too far to the results of the Etown Open, but you and Tim played together again, and you didn't get hit this time? Oh,
did not. Nobody hit me that time. Yeah, that's right.
He learned his lesson.
But I was going to say, maybe one day you and I can partner and we can both hit people.
I've been hit by partners numerous times, though, too. So
be
careful what you wait for.
Get hit in the back of the head with a serve or right in the back or something. I got hit in the ear once years ago by a partner serving. It wasn't Trina. It's a guy. I don't remember who it was. I think it was just a pickup game.
One thing that I do a lot in doubles is, and something people should do is like when, say you're in the deuce court and the ball is right down the middle where the person at the baseline is going to kind of cross to hit it. I always like to switch, before they hit the ball. And so they can their momentum is going to take them to the left, and they just keep going that way. But that has gotten me hitting in the back several times through the years.
It's never that bad. I mean, it's a tennis ball. It's not a baseball. I mean, it can hurt, but
anywhere in the face is the worst place. And for men, there's a certain area that if you get hit, it's pretty rough. But
oh, please. I don't want to think about that. So, that's probably happened to most of us. I got hit in the eye one time playing in Louisville. And ever since then, even indoors, I wear some kind of glasses just to have something in front of my eyes. I know those glasses will shatter, but at least they'll shatter and maybe not my eye. So. Well, today on this episode of Game Set Match Kentucky, we're going to preview the Danville Open. Plus, we'll have all the tennis news and announcements and a whole lot more that you never asked for. The first thing we're going to do, though, is talk about the State Farm Etown Open from last weekend. That was on July 5th and 6th in Elizabethtown. This is one of the rare years that they did not have any rain to deal with at all. That was great. But it was hot. Man, it was hot. So it was dry. It was hot but dry. And we're going to go through the results of that tournament. I think just about every division made that we offered. Chad, if you'll start with the juniors, we'll take a look at those results.
Yeah, E-Town's usually one of the bigger draws. And so it was good to see some of those draws that we have trouble getting to make sometimes. Women's open singles. Seems like girls 12 singles has been a little tougher, but boys 12 singles. Andrew Patsy defeated Reed Kickert 7-6 and 6-2.
In boys 14 and under singles, it was Samuel Ruley defeating Isaac Denlinger 6-2, 6-3.
In boys 16 singles, it was a good one. Micah Goodwin defeated Thomas Chandler 6-2, 3-6, and then 10-6 in the super tiebreak.
I'll take another stab at this name for boys 18 and under singles. This champion is Shushanth Muthuluru, defeating Carson Cunningham 6-love and 6-1.
Girls 12 singles was a round robin, and Ina Liu was 2-0 to win that division.
In girls 14 and under singles, Hannah Chandler defeated McKenna Clark in the championship 6-2, 6-3.
In girls 16 singles, Addison Hales defeated Raina Liu 6-1 and 6-0.
Girls 18 and under singles was a round robin, and the champion was Hannah Chandler. The runner-up was Lily Faria.
Boys 18 and under doubles, Samuel Ruley and Carson Cunningham defeated Carter Bernard and Isaac Denlinger 6-2 and 6-3.
In girls 18 and under doubles, the duo of Claire Riney and Molly Bryan defeated Raina Liu and Ina Liu 6-4, 6-1.
In mixed 18 and under doubles, it was Ray Sobiek and Sean Guinea defeating Sam Nelson and Danny Nelson 6-4 and 6-love.
We'll jump into the adult results now in men's open singles. The champion was Zachary Kuo defeating Chase Heshimi. That score was 6-1 first set and then a retirement.
In men's C singles, it was Giovanni Cataloni defeating Larry Kohler 7-6 and 6-1.
And in men's B singles, Mason Young defeated Chase Cloyd in the championship 6-3, 6-love.
Men's 40 and over singles, it was Gaku Mitsumatsu defeating Jackson Grover 6-4 and 6-3.
One of the rare times that women's open singles has enough to play. They actually had enough to play a round robin. The champion of that event was Sarah Dunn, winning both of her matches, and in second place was Erin Riney.
Women's B singles, though, only had a championship match, and that was Amber Wolf defeating Casey McCrary 6-0, 1-0 with retirement in the second set.
We need more ladies to play, especially in singles. Come on out. In men's open doubles, in the championship match, we have Nolan Parsons and Matthew Parsons getting the win over Matthew Smith and Chase Heshimi. At 4-5 in the first set, there was a retirement.
In men's C doubles, it was Benjamin and James England defeating Espen and Jeremy Booher 6-3 and 6-2.
The England father and son, they are on a roll this summer. Let's go to men's B doubles. In the championship match, Noah Bennett and Sam Nelson defeated Biven Turner and Carson Donahue 6-3, 7-5.
In men's 40 and over doubles, it was Mike Eden and Joey Sherwin defeating Mark Taylor and Tyrone Sparks 7-5 and 6-3.
So my partner and I got to play Mark Taylor and Tyrone Sparks, and we had a great semifinal match with them. That was a lot of fun. I knew Tyrone, known him for years, but never met Mark. Really nice guys, and I'm sure they had a great final, although they came up short. Women's open doubles is next. There was just one single match for that championship, but it was a close one as Erin Riney and Lauren Bragg defeat Vimihan KC and Jessica Huang. It was 6-7, 7-1 in the first set tiebreaker, and then 6-4 to take the second set, and then Riney and Bragg took the super tiebreaker 10-3.
In mixed open doubles, it was a good one. It was Jacob Juronic and Caitlin Ditto defeating Brad and Addison Hales 4-6, 6-1, and then 11-9 in the super tiebreak.
What a tight one. And that whole draw was pretty loaded, that mixed open doubles draw. It's a lot of good players.
A couple third set tiebreakers in the quarterfinal round, and then a third set tiebreaker in the championship as well.
And finally, then in mixed B doubles, it was Lucas Tuggle and Stacy Tuggle defeating Alexis Hales and Chase Cloyd. Here's another close one, 6-2 and then 7-6, 7-3 in that second set tiebreaker. So congratulations to all that participated in the State Farm Etown Open. And with that, before we move ahead, you want to tell us about our friends at Vision Cabinet Source?
Sure. If you're thinking about a home renovation or a new build, start with the cabinets, because great spaces begin with great design. There's no better place to start than Vision Cabinet Source in Campbellsville. Vision Cabinet Source delivers premium cabinetry backed by a 17-step finishing process, ensuring top-quality craftsmanship that looks beautiful and lasts for years. From kitchens to bathrooms to office spaces, their wide selection of styles and finishes means you'll find the perfect fit, whatever your vision. And it's not just for locals, they ship nationwide, so no matter where you are in the U.S. listening to Game Set Match, you can get high-quality cabinets delivered right to your door. Whether you're a homeowner, builder, or contractor, Vision Cabinet Source makes it easy to get the look you want at a price that makes sense. Visit visioncabinet.com or call 270-465-3222 to get started. That's Vision Cabinet Source, where your vision becomes reality.
We are almost to the midway point of the CKTS tournament season, and it's been a great one so far. We're moving right along to Danville, Kentucky for the Danville Open. It's coming up on July 19th and 20th. There's 12 courts available for this tournament, so there's plenty of room for you and you. Early entry numbers are already good, and we're excited to play under some hot skies in Danville next weekend. Chad, do you think you're going to make the trip?
You know, I had identified Danville as a stop on the tour that I might be able to play. We'll have to see. See what.
I mean, there's men's 40 doubles players up there just waiting to be targets for you.
Yeah,
you know,
they won. So I was just curious. So Danville High School is one of the site locations, and then they have a park called Millennium Park.
Millennium Park.
The second year they've been back on the tour.
It's the second year they're back on the tour, and Millennium Park has relatively new tennis courts. They are right by Boyle County High's or the Boyle County Schools campus. So it's just a walk over really for them. And then a couple miles away is the Danville Independent Schools tennis courts, which are actually not at the high school. They're at Bate Middle School, which they're all, okay. All the schools are near each other, relatively near each other. So even the whole thing, the two sets of 6 courts are not far apart. And so last year everything went really well, and we're looking forward to having another good one there this year.
Yeah, and I'll give a shout out to Chris's work on the website. If people didn't know, on the tournament page, there's a lot of information from weather, and it's where you register. But then there's also the maps that you have embedded that show where the courts are, and you can actually use the satellite view to see exactly what the court layout looks like and where the courts are located and what's around them. So I just happened to look at that myself just now when we were talking about it. So we'll see. It's next weekend. Are you going to be there?
I've already signed up, brother.
Oh well, I'm going to work on it then. We'll see.
Okay.
I've got till Tuesday at 6:00, right?
That's right. You mentioned the maps, so I tell people, if you want to use the maps, bring up that webpage on your phone. And depending on your phone and depending on, I think, your default Maps app, you can tap in that map. And then on your phone, you can tap into that map and then start driving directions. You can initialize directions from there. So, and it's not hard to find anyway. So, the staff there at the tournament can help somebody that needs directions. But now it is a little tricky to get to the Millennium Park courts. I think GPS will actually mislead you a little bit on the turn on the last turn to get to the park. The park is kind of spread out, and you can get into part of the park and then can't get to the tennis courts, if that makes any sense. So there's another entrance that takes you up to the tennis court, and I'll try to make a note of that on our Facebook page, which turn, there's a right turn on 127 that kind of takes you right up the hill to the tennis courts. So I'll try to put a little announcement about that somewhere and in that webpage. Be sure to register for the entry window closes on Tuesday night, July 15th, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's take a look at some USTA Kentucky tennis news. As usual, this time of year, there's a lot happening for tennis around Kentucky, so let's talk about what's coming up with USTA Kentucky.
First, congratulations to junior player Ella Morris of Danville, who was a doubles finalist in the girls 12s at the USTA National Level 2 tournament in Greensboro, North Carolina 2 weekends ago. She and her partner had an incredible run, taking down the number 1 and number 4 seeds on the way to the finals. 1 week earlier, Ella won the 12 and under doubles at level 4 in Pelham, Alabama, and she also took third place in 12 and under singles at that event.
Kentucky is also being well represented in the boys' juniors. Congratulations to Luca Lopez of London, Kentucky, for finishing 4th in the boys' 12 and under doubles at the USTA National Level 1 Clay Court Championships held at the USTA National Campus in Lake Nona, Florida. We're very proud of all the Kentucky kids who are out there competing on a sectional and national level. Chad, you had another result, too, that I hadn't seen.
Yeah, I mean, Haris Shabazz is a kid who played for me, who I think is top 10 in the country right now in the boys' 12s. He played some – I don't know how far he made it. I think he lost in the round of 16 maybe in the main draw. It's stiff competition. I mean, he didn't have a bad loss. He was losing to some, mid-8 UTRs. So
Wow.
He made it to the semifinals of the tournament out at Indian Wells, the Easter Bowl. So, it's just good to play that high level of competition. And we're going to talk about Raise a Racket here in a little bit, and that really helps a lot of these juniors with the travel expenses that go with playing those kind of tournaments.
We are proud of these juniors. They're the future of tennis in Kentucky, and perhaps nationally, perhaps internationally. So, Game Set Match Kentucky is also proud to partner with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. For only $11 a month, you can help provide homes for veterans and first responders in need.
My name is Sarah Tierney, and Tunnel to Towers Foundation purchased my daughter and I a mortgage-free home in honor of my fallen husband. I'm asking you to donate $11 a month so Tunnel to Towers can help other fallen first responder families like mine. Visit t2t.org or call 1-844-BRAVEST.
Pro Tennis is back in Louisville. USTA Kentucky invites you to join them for the second annual $25,000 Men's ITF Futures Tournament at the U of L Bass Rudd Tennis Center in Louisville, July 14th through the 20th. Watch rising stars on the ATP Tour. Battle it out all week long. It's free to the public.
This Wednesday at the event, it's men's night. They're calling it Pizza, Pints, and Play Men's Night. It's on July 17th at Bass Rudd. Bring your friends for 90 minutes of fast feed and a whole lot of fun. Proceeds benefit Raise a Racket.
Hey, I like pizza and pints and play.
Yeah, I like both of those things. Yeah, I don't know which I might. I don't know if I should say which of those I would place
we know
first,
which one you like the best. We know.
I like all three. It's the play. It's the play.
Hey, the trick is to find a way to do all those at the same time. All three of those. Right. I have witnessed someone with a drink in their hand while they're playing tennis. I have also witnessed someone with a cigarette in their hand playing tennis and smoking on changeovers. I've seen that.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody with a slice in their hand, though.
Well, you didn't live in the 1980s in Somerset, so.
Slice of pizza.
No, not a slice of pizza. I'm talking about a drink and a cigarette.
Yeah. No, I've seen that. I just don't think I've ever seen that. chomping on a slice of pizza while they're out there hitting.
All right, so that was for the men, and there's also ladies' night at the ITF Futures Tournament on Tuesday the 15th. Join them for Taco and Tennis Tuesday at the Bass Rudd Tennis Center. Grab your girlfriends, ladies, for a 90-minute fast feed hosted by U of L coaches. Don't miss out on a night filled with tennis, tacos, and good vibes. I like all of those too, tennis, tacos, and good vibes. These proceeds also benefit the Razor Racket Foundation.
And did you know that you can support tennis by playing golf? You can if you register for the Razor Racket Golf Scramble, which will be held on August 18th at Lake Forest Country Club in Louisville. Full details as well as early registration deals are available at RaiseARacketGolfScramble.com. This event supports the Razor Racket Foundation, another very worthy cause.
Also, don't miss the 30th anniversary of the Lexington Open this summer. Kentucky's only professional tour-level tennis tournament is July 28th through the August 3rd at the Hillary J. Boone Tennis Complex in Lexington, Kentucky. Get your $25 advance ticket today, which includes a full-day event pass and a meal, including a sandwich, side, and a drink from DV8 Kitchen. You can visit lexingtonopen.org for more information. And for more details on everything happening with USTA Kentucky, visit them at USTAKentucky.com or on Facebook at USTA Kentucky. If you'd like for us to promote your local level tennis events right here on an upcoming episode of this show, you can email us the information to info@gamesetmatchky.com. So let's get into some upcoming events. We've got the CKTS Danville Open, July 19th and 20th at Danville, Kentucky. Entries open this past Monday, July 7th, and the deadline is this coming Tuesday, July 15th. That form will shut down at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on our website. You can visit CKTS. That's 5 my time.
Slow time.
Yep, 5 slow time, 6 fast time.
I thought it was 6 slow time.
If Teo wants me to, I'll adjust it by an hour. That'll be up to him. Some tournament directors would actually want me to do that, and some would not want me to do that. So,
is it always 6 p.m. fast time?
It's always 6 p.m. In whichever time zone the tournament is taking place.
Okay, so it does depend on the tournament location.
Yes, so it will. It's always 6 o'clock somewhere. In other words,
Okay.
Just like it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's always 6 o'clock somewhere. That would have been a good show title. It's always 6 o'clock somewhere. Mm-hmm. But if you want to register for this tournament, and you do, visit CKTStour.com, and there you can also see our complete tournament schedule. You can also follow the CKTS on Facebook, Instagram, and X at CKTS Tour. And our tournaments are USTA sanctioned for juniors and adults at level 6, and our results are picked up by UTR. Chad, this would be a good time for you to give us any announcements that you have about the Southern Kentucky Tennis Association.
Well, this one isn't really about Soki tennis, but I did want to point out something. You mentioned that CKTS tournaments are level 6. And so, if you win a CKTS tournament, you get a certain number of points, ranking points. And I am the chair of the Adult Competition Committee, and something you're going to be seeing over the next couple of weeks on Facebook is some posts highlighting the players who are leading the rankings so far at the halfway point. I don't know if you remember, do you remember the days when they would put out either, I know it was in the yearbook, but they would put out the ranking list of players. I've even seen some old, I think Tyrone might have posted some things like that, some old, rankings lists. Do you know what I'm talking about? You remember those?
I've only seen those in the yearbook, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so but you remember seeing them in the yearbook where it would have like all the age groups and the players who were ranked, and we've talked about on the committee about how there's a real focus toward the NTRP rating system. but not as much emphasis on the ranking system and the points you accumulate. And so we're hoping to highlight that. Well, we have 2 level 4 tournaments in the state, and level 4 tournaments are considered sectional tournaments. So they come with a lot of points if you can advance in those tournaments. I've got a level 4 coming up in September called the Bowling Green Open, and we only have 2 level 4s that are open tournaments in Kentucky this year, and the other is the Kentucky State Open, and it is the weekend after the Points for Puppets CKTS event. So I wanted to kind of point folks toward that. That's going to be played at the Boat Club in Louisville. And so, I know they had a decent turnout, but, we've got players that travel from around the country to play in these, and it'd be nice to see the Kentucky folks turn out for these as well. Because if you do well in them, you're going to play some really good competition first and foremost. But if you do well in them, you're going to see your name, in those ranking lists, because you're going to get a lot of points for these level 4 tournaments. So
sure, it's going to beef up your ranking if you are successful.
Absolutely. Got a chance to possibly be the number 1, 40 and over doubles player in the state or whatever. So that's the Kentucky State Open at the Boat Club. That'll be played August 22nd through the 24th. As far as Soki, we had a hugely successful Wimbledon event again at the end of June. And, I think last year is the first year we did that grass court, and it was only open for a couple of weeks. But they are going to keep that open through the month of July and maybe even into early August. And so we have a guest book for people to sign. If they happen to make their way to Bowling Green to play on that grass court, it's first come, first serve. But we would like to see who's been playing on it, because I know some folks from Tennessee have traveled up to play in it. So check out the Soki Tennis website, sokitennis.net. And if you've played on that grass court, we'd love for you to sign that guest book and let us know that you've used that grass court that they've built.
How often do they have to mow that to keep it good and playable?
I can ask.
I wondered about that, and I wondered how often they have to stripe it, and do they water it?
Yeah.
And,
I don't know. Those are good questions. I might see if I can.
I didn't mean to catch you off guard. I thought you might know. I don't know.
No, I hadn't even thought about it, but it's a really good question.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, what about you've got a camp coming up, right? You want to plug that?
Yeah, I mean, there's still room. We have camp starting next Monday. We have 2 sessions of our South Warren Tennis Camp this year. It runs Monday through Thursday, July 14th through the 17th, and then the second session is July 21st through the 24th. Greg Davis, the WKU tennis coach, helps me out with this. It's $100 per week, and it's for kids grades entering grades 3 through 7. So you can find information on that on the Soki Tennis website. You can also find us on the South Warren Tennis Facebook page. But yeah, we'd love to have any kids from South Central Kentucky or Central Kentucky come in for that camp. It's not an overnight camp. It is 9 to 11 Monday through Thursday. But yeah, we've got a number of kids who've signed up and looking forward to a couple good weeks at camp.
All right. Well, as Chad said, you can learn more about Soki Tennis at sokitennis.net, or you can visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Soki Tennis. That's going to serve out another episode of Game Set Match Kentucky. Thanks again to everybody that's watching or listening on podcast. You can subscribe with any major podcast app on your mobile device, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, all of those. We're also now on Pandora and YouTube Music. And while you're in that podcast app, if you could give us a 5-star rating and a review, we would really appreciate that too. You can follow this show on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X at Game Set Match KY. Chad is on X at Chad Young Tennis, and I am on X at Chris Godby. We'd like to thank once again our sponsor, Vision Cabinet Source. Yep, there's that sound again. It's time, I guess. Hawkeye says we are out. And until next time, I'm Chris Godby with Chad Young, and this has been Game Set Match Kentucky.